Would anyone like to come up for a story this morning? Catherine, are you willing to come up and hear a story? Liam or Hannah? You don't have to, but you're welcome to. Looks like it's you and me. I'm really glad you're here. Otherwise, people might think I'm talking to myself. That might not be very good. I have a story to tell this morning, and this story came out of my imagination. Do you have an imagination? Yeah. Do stories come out of your imagination sometimes? Yeah. Well, I didn't just kind of make it up. The story happened because I was trying to think about what people might have been thinking a long time ago after Jesus had died, and so that he was no longer around. And I wondered what they might have been trying to remember. And so this story is about that. And so it starts with this cloth that I always use, which tells us that we're in the Holy Land. We're in the place where Jesus was born, where he lived, where he taught people about God, and more importantly, where he taught people about the difference love can make in lives. And this story, I decided was going to happen in a little town called Capernaum. Because a lot of the stories in the Bible happened in Capernaum, so I thought, well, this one can happen there too. So it happens in Capernaum. And it happens in a very simple house in Capernaum. And this story happens about 50 or maybe 60 or maybe 70 years after Jesus had died. That's a long time, right? A long time. So it would be like if Jesus died the year I was born, then this story is happening now. And I'm almost 60, so that's a long time. For some people, it's even longer than that. So, some of Jesus' followers, people that tried to carry on what he had started, they would gather, imagine this, they gathered in somebody's home every day. Not just on Sunday, like we do now. Every day they gathered somewhere. And they gathered around the table that was in the house. And they gathered and they shared a meal together. And that's what they would do. And this one particular day, and this is where my imagination kind of starts, they were just together here in the midst of about to start the meal, and one of them said, "It has been 60 years since Jesus was with us." 60 years. And the other one said, "I am beginning to forget. I'm beginning to forget what he was like. And I'm beginning to forget why we're here, why we do this every day." And so they both kind of nodded their heads and they thought about that. And then the one of them said, "You know, I remember Jesus." Now this is the figure that we use for Jesus in all of the stories. I remember Jesus way back then. And anytime there were children around, he loved to play with them, to sit them on his knee, to hug them, to look into their eyes. He just loved to be with children and to help them to see that there was something really important to know about God. And the other one said, yes, Jesus lived love and he loved life. And so they started to remember a bit. And then the other one said, you know, I remember Jesus, and he could be anywhere, and he would meet someone who was sick or hurt. This person only has one leg. And whenever that happened, he would get down with them and he would hold them. And he would look into their eyes. And he would make them feel better. He would make them feel that they were loved, even though they were different. He made them feel like they were loved. And the other one said, yes, Jesus lived love, and he loved life. And they thought a little bit more, and then another one said, and I remember that he taught people about God, and he taught people about love. And he didn't just teach the men, which was what the church always did. He taught the women too. And he would encourage the women to learn and to live like he did, to learn about God. Yes, Jesus lived love and he loved life. And the two of them looked at each other and they said, that's what we have come to remember. That's why we gather at this table. We come so that we can live love and so that we can love life. I wonder how it would feel to realize that it's hard to remember someone who's not with you anymore. Maybe someone who moved away or someone who has passed away. I wonder how that would feel, to feel like you can't remember it anymore. I wonder. And I wonder how it feels when you do suddenly remember something that happened that you go, oh yeah, that's what it was like. I wonder what that feels like. That's our story. And even though I imagined it, I think it might have happened. I think it might have happened. I think it might still happen sometimes. So let's sing together. And we're going to sing a song that will be new to some, so maybe you could play it through for us, called Although We Go Our Separate Ways. And of course, children will be going off to do something amazing, and hopefully the rest of you will be here to do something amazing. And we'll come back together a little bit later around this table.